Good afternoon, welcome to our Camnet Media News. My name is Amazing Katamanda. Let's take a look at the stories that are making the headlines. Dumb and deaf 15-year-old girl of CHAWAMA compound allegedly defiled by 5 men. The Zambian Medical Association accuses government of failing MATERO Level 1 hospital.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the...
She has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
Thank you for staying with us, and now the news in detail. A 15-year-old girl, dumb and deaf, of Lusaka Jonawad area in CHAWAMA constituency has allegedly been defiled by 5 unknown men. In an interview with Camnet News, Ida Piri, grandmother to the victim, says the incident that occurred on the 4th of April 2022, her granddaughter has spent most of her 5 days crying over what transpired, hence fearing the worst for her granddaughter.
Whilst the government and other stakeholders are advocating for rights with persons with disability to be respected and recognized, there are others that are fond of violating such rights. On the 4th of April 2022, a 15-year-old girl of John Howard in Lusaka's CHAWAMA's constituency, Doreen Mwanza, was allegedly defiled by 5 unsuspected members of the community. Doreen has been living with a disability since childhood, as she's deaf and dumb, and has been kept by her grandmother, who is also a widow. Her grandmother, Ida Piri, has since called on the government to bring to book the 5 unsuspected culprits. Her grandmother, Ida Piri, has since called on the government to bring to book the 5 unsuspected culprits.
Nilina mwana sakamba. Amere sakamba. Nimavutana naye anadwala but cha number 1 anadwala enzo kamba kakali kangono kadwala takhala mu hospital paka tachoka sakamba kula basi kwa khalibiro sakamba. Koma naye sakachenjera. Akapereka kusukuru movutikira nupereka.
She discloses that since the incidents, her granddaughter spends most of her time crying.
Ompa chachitika. Ona kutada nali mziko mchalo muno. Wakatiwa. Owera kale kama konda utakamba kulira so. Pachoka hapo pa nyumba. Ulwendo kuyamba kulira basi usakira mapa utino nthawe robakachira manga kachenjera. Sinikwanisha kuti nikite bwanji. Ni mukazike.
A community activist, Lewis Chijiva, at CHAWAMA One Stop Center, says members of the public should be in a habit of protecting persons with disabilities.
There are some thugs within the community that usually take advantage of disability in the community, and they start defiling children, such as the one that we are encountering now, of Doreen, who was defiled by 5 thugs. We are now requesting the community to be sensitive.
In an interview with Camnet News, the neighbors have also emphasized the need for Doreen to be relocated.
Iki sabwera bambo sakira so chabe bazambera tagwa hari uku so chabe bantu bamudoba bamuleka so bavutika lo nishwali chebeka
Pamtenge chabe bankare nayo kwamenya banga kwanise kumusunga ba government mwanishwa ambuye bakamafutika maningi bafutika mwandi ambuye bake nangusonga tyasoba bamasakira usiku na mzuba siwagona bafutika ambuye bake badwaliramo nangumvura iloka mvura manenzo rokera pa banali kusakira.
Meanwhile, Zambia Agents for Persons with Disability Nicholas Goma says the culprits will be brought to book.
Yeah, with regards to our child with a disability, that was the recent case in CHAWAMA. That of course Camnet is following up, and ZAPID also will be actually very much on the ground to follow up on the outcome of that case. The young girl who has hearing impairment, deaf, and was defiled, the defilement case. I want to just make this appeal to our society, that persons with disabilities, especially our children, they are also a part of our society and they need the community and society protection.
Blessings Chakwila, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Director of Public Prosecution William Siuni has entered into a nolle prosequi in a matter in which 7 United Party for National Development UPND cadres out of 8 are accused of brutally killing 2 Patriotic Front members in Kanyama during the 12 August 2021 general elections campaigns. The decision has left one accused person, Samson Mumba, behind bars, who will face continued trial in the case in which came up on the 4th May 2022.
31st July 2021, 2 suspected Patriotic Front cadres identified as Dani Chingangu and Teddy were gruesomely murdered in Lusaka's Kanyama compound by suspected United Party for National Development cadres. The death of the 2 signified how some political parties embraced thuggery as a way of conducting politics. The Patriotic Front then vowed to ensure that the culprits are brought to book and face the law. The party, through the Secretary General Davis Mwila, also pledged to look after the family of the 2 deceased.
So, Provincial Chairman, I'm directing you that you see the family on Friday or Saturday. Let's see what we can do as a party.
8 UPND supporters in Lusaka's Kanyama compound were then arrested and charged with the offense of murder, where they have been appearing before the courts of law. But when the matter came up for trial Thursday, 21st April 2022, the Director of Public Prosecution, Lilian Siuni, has entered a nolle prosequi of 7 UPND cadres out of the 8 accused. The release of the 7 saw jubilation by the UPND sympathizers who came to the courts to offer solidarity to their accused colleague. Meanwhile, legal counsel who represented the accused have explained that the 7 have been acquitted because the state could not provide evidence linking them to the murder, but that one of the accused, Samson Mumba, remains behind bars and will face continued trial in the case which comes up on 4th May 2022.
The trial commenced in January, but because the state struggled to produce witnesses then, it was brought forward to this month. This time again, the court started sitting on Monday. On Tuesday, 19th of April, the state still failed to, produce witnesses, and they were left with no option but to enter a nolle prosequi. So today, the state has entered a nolle prosequi in respect of 7 out of the 8 accused persons. One accused person, Samson Mumba, has remained, and trial will continue in respect of him thereof on 4th May 2022. We are desirous.
Prudence Chota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
The Zambia Medical Association has accused the government of failing to attend to real sanitation challenges faced at MATERO Level 1 hospital, despite management at the health facility having reported the matter several times. Association President Dr. Crispin Moyo says decision taken by the government to transfer all senior management officials at Level 1 hospital does not address the sanitation challenge but only brings fear to the health workers at the institution.
Taken by MATERO Member of Parliament Mao Sampa when he visited the MATERO Level 1 hospital in Lusaka, depicting serious sanitation issues at the health facility has brought about a lot of debate as to whether health facilities in the country are safe for the sick. A week after the video went viral, Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo announced that her ministry had made changes at management levels at the health institution to ensure that sanity was restored. The Zambia Medical Association has, however, accused the government of failing to respond to calls by management at MATERO Level 1 hospital, who on several occasions reported that the sewer system at the old wing was outdated and needed to be connected to the newly built sewer system. Addressing the media Thursday morning, Association President Dr. Crispin Moyo says transferring the health workers has not solved the sanitation challenge but only instilled fear in health workers at the institution.
That problem will not be resolved by just bringing in that new person in there. Therefore, we call upon our leadership, political leadership, especially at local level, to engage with the healthcare workers and understand some of the challenges that they are working under. At the moment, if you go to MATERO today, our workers will be working in fear because the community has been incited.
Dr. Moyo has also touched on the recruitment of the over 11,000 health workers, which he says the process has not been well coordinated by the government, and has urged the government to engage the association to ensure that the process is transparent.
We are going to disadvantage mainly those people who are vulnerable. We have a lot of young men and women who have trained as doctors. They are out there waiting to be employed. They have no connections. They will end up missing this recruitment purely because we have not followed a transparent and accountable system. So, in view of this, we are demanding that we need to go back to the drawing board. It's not too late. No one person has been recruited.
And while the country has recorded a shortage of medicines in health facilities across the country, the doctors have appealed to the government to consider allowing district health offices and hospitals to begin procuring their own medicines as a short-term mitigation process.
So while we are thinking of a transitional plan to make sure that there is continuity in supply of medicines, could the budget that is earmarked for procurement of drugs be proportionately apportioned to those facilities to procure directly with a clear mechanism of accountability being put in place? Let them buy locally for now.
The health sector in Zambia still has a lot of issues, among them old infrastructure, poor quality of works on certain health facilities, inadequate workforce, among other things that need to be urgently attended to if the health sector is to function well. Prudence Chota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
United Party for National Development UPND Lusaka Province Youth Chairperson Anderson Banda says United Party youths have formally given a written notice to Zambian police over their intentions to protest in demand that the Director of Public Prosecution DPP should resign. In an interview with Camnet News, Mr. Banda says the UPND youths will go ahead with the planned protest regardless of the response from the police, as there is need to bring sanity to the country.
To make sure that we demonstrate peacefully against her until she leaves office. We'll camp at her office until she vacates that public office. We have lost confidence. We have no confidence in her. That is a sensitive office which must be occupied by a person, a citizen with high integrity, without entanglement. So she's entangled and she's not fit to continue that office. And she's a danger to the fight against corruption. She's a stumbling block. And me as a layman, I'm able to see the signs that has been there, that she's compromised and she's inclined maybe to individual citizens with questionable reputation who are suspected to have committed some crimes. So we will not tolerate her to continue in that office, and we are determined.
This brings us to the end of our Camnet Media News, but before we go, let's take a look at the stories that made the headlines. Dumb and deaf 15-year-old girl of CHAWAMA compound allegedly defiled by 5 men. The Zambian Medical Association accuses government of failing MATERO Level 1 hospital. Thank you for watching our Camnet Media News. My name is Amazing Katamanda. Good afternoon.